The genre film noir is defined as a film marked by a mood of pessimism, fatalism, and menace. Its peak was from the mid 40s to mid 50s in the United States. While there are many distinct features of noir to separate it from mainstream Hollywood, the most notable, and what I will be talking about in this video, is the presence of a femme fatale. A femme fatale is defined as a fatal woman in French, and they lure the main character past their morals and manipulate them. Phyllis in Double Indemnity perfectly fills the definition of a femme fatale. From the moment she's introduced, she immediately begins to work on Walter in an attempt to get his help in murdering her husband. Since film noir relies on the presence of a strong femme fatale who tampers with the anti-hero, Phyllis demonstrates this throughout the first meeting with Walter as she uses her body, mannerisms, and words to make Walter fall for her and plants the seed in his head in enlisting him in helping kill her husband. Gledhill writes, the visual presentation of the femme fatale is significant. The noir heroine is often photographed in a manner that emphasizes her sexuality. This is emphasized seconds into the scene as Phyllis appears without ever meeting Walter onto the balcony with no clothing on and just a towel. In this conversation scene, notice how the camera on Phyllis is a low angle while it is a high angle when Walter is speaking. This symbolizes how Walter views Phyllis above himself and his values. The lighting makes Phyllis stand out from the dark background with her white towel and blonde hair. Her body language throughout their conversation is inviting and seducing. When she turns to the side before leaving the area to change, it's almost as if she's inviting Walter into the darkness and also with her.
Oh, that's all right. If you wait till I put something on, I'll be right down. Nettie, show Mr. Neff into the living room.
The camera in this scene follows Phyllis's feet in a close-up as she walks down the stairs. It reveals how taken Walter is by Phyllis and what she wears. She further attempts to seduce Walter by not buttoning up until she is down the stairs walking towards the other room and in his view. This furthers her characterization as a femme fatale, using her body and her sexuality to try to overwhelm Walter's moral conscience. Her lengthy application of lipstick also reveals her intentions in attempting to seduce Walter.
Just automobile insurance or
During this conversation, she gets straight to the point, revealing she wants to kill off her husband, asking questions that steer the conversation quickly to that point, all while showing no emotion. She is in complete control of their interaction, stealing Walter however she pleases.
As for instance?
Phyllis,
Phyllis, huh? I think I like that.
but you're not sure.
Well, I'd have to drive it around the block a couple of times.
Mr. Neff, why don't you drop by tomorrow evening around 8:30? He'll be in then.
Who?
My husband. You were anxious to talk to him, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, but I'm sort of getting over the idea, if you know what I mean.
There's a speed limit in this state, Mr. Neff. 45 miles an hour.
How fast was I going, officer?
I'd say around 90.
Suppose you get down off your motorcycle and give me a ticket.
Suppose I let you off with a warning this time.
Suppose it doesn't take.
Suppose I have to whack you over the knuckles.
Suppose I bust out crying and put my head in your shoulder.
Suppose you try putting it on my husband's shoulder.
That tears it.
Here we can see how Phyllis successfully seduces Walter through the encounter as he begins to feverishly flirt with her as he leaves. She is still emotionless throughout the scene. As Walter exits the house, Phyllis smirks, knowing she's planted the seed in his mind successfully. John and Stephanie Blazer wrote that film noir became well known for its dark and unique approach to filmmaking. Just as the genre of film noir was unique to cinema, the Joker in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight is a unique take on the femme fatale. Phyllis and the Joker both want the main character, Walter and Batman, to break their moral fiber. Phyllis does it by seducing Walter sexually and manipulating him with false information. The Joker does it by trying to get Batman into sticky situations where he has to break his moral fiber and kill.
But I know the truth. There's no going back. You've changed things. Forever. Then why do you want to kill me?
Here, you see Joker cement his status as a femme fatale when
kill
Batman
you?
asks,
What would I do
"Why do you want
without
to
you?
kill me?"
Go back to ripping
Joker
off
responds
populars?
laughing,
No.
crackling, saying, "I don't want to kill you, you complete me," almost like he's flirting with Batman.
Me. You're garbage. You kills for money. Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be. To them, you're just a freak. Like me. They need you right now. But when they don't, they'll cast you out. Like a leper. See, their morals, their code. It's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these
Phyllis and the Joker both use their word choice to take control of the situation. The Joker is supposed to be the one getting interrogated by Batman, but instead, the Joker ends up turning the tide on the conversation. As you can see later in the clip, by Gordon saying he's in control, according to the Joker, not Batman.
He's in control.
Here you can see the Joker toying with Batman, trying to break his moral fiber by saying you're gonna have to break your one
The
rule.
only sensible way to live in this world is without rules. And tonight, you're gonna break your one rule.
I'm considering it.
No, there's only minutes left, so you're gonna have to play my little game if you want to save one of them.
Yeah.
You know, for a while there, I thought you really were, Dent. The way you threw yourself after her.
Like Phyllis, the Joker remains in control throughout the scene. Even when he's getting beaten, he says, "Look at you go," tempting Batman to go further.
Does Harvey know about you?
Unlike Walter, however, Batman sticks to his moral code and doesn't break to the temptations of the femme fatale.